Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I'm the owner of ashnicholeco, where I am crafting joy for every mental health journey. I started my small business to heal my own mental health while I was struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, and it turned into a full-fledged business that I am now doing full-time. So I'm really glad that you guys are here and I'm glad that you're here with me, but let's just get started into today's video. Today is Sunday, and I had filmed a little bit of just a little bit of things randomly over the last week, but I went to go edit on Thursday for Friday's video, and I uploaded everything onto my computer and realized that I didn't have anything that would actually be a video or make sense, so I completely bypassed Friday's video because I don't like to rush and put things out. So whenever I do that, they just never turn out the way that I like them, and it doesn't reach what I want at all. So I just decided to pass on posting anything on Friday. I thought about posting in the community tab why I was doing it, but I'm really working on not over explaining. It's a really bad thing that I have, is I feel like I need to explain my entire life to everybody all the time, 24/7, and through therapy I've realized I probably shouldn't do that as often. So even though I know updating you guys here and there is great, I just kind of need to take a break for a second and not get frustrated at myself. Last week after the market, I came in here and I was doing little things here and there, but I wasn't doing anything major because, like I said, we've started a lot of appointments in this past week, and we will have a few appointments starting this coming week. We have just a couple of appointments this week and a couple of appointments next week before we're officially done. But May is a very busy and appointment heavy month for us. But yeah, it's been a lot to just kind of get through, and so I just kind of needed to take a step back. I've been working a lot at night, and I just would forget to film anything, which is so fun. I'll enter in a few clips probably here and there while I'm talking of me cleaning the office. I think I took a time lapse that ended up being maybe 12 seconds because I forgot. One, I didn't have that much to clean up, but two, time lapses take a while to get a minute or so, so I'll put some stuff over it while I was going through. And then early this morning, I was adding QR codes onto my thank you cards because, as you can see here, I had QR codes that were on here, and then I realized right before the last market, or the day of, that the QR code was not working. It was a few videos back where I got a comment from somebody that said, I'm not getting the link, I'm just getting an error message to the all of your links QR code. And that's always what I put on everything, so that they just go straight to my milkshake landing page that has all of my links on it. And if you want to use a free links page, Milkshake is great, and you can add pages to it and you can adjust how you need it. So I have my main Milkshake page, which I'll scroll that here in the corner or something, but I have my main Milkshake page, and then when you move over to the side it's an about me, and then you move over again and it's my market schedule that I plan on just kind of updating as the months go on, or monthly, whatever it is. It's a great platform and it's free, which is lovely. You know me, I'm all about free things to use for the business because I don't want to spend any money if I don't have to. The most minimal amount of money possible, besides for the actual things that I use for my products. But I spent last night, I cut out and printed on about regular sticker paper, not my vinyl sticker paper, because that one is just for stickers. It's expensive, and I didn't want anything. I know how people are. Some people may keep this, some people may not. So I don't want to waste my good sticker paper on it. So I just bought a normal non-vinyl sticker paper, which is still good. It still was great, but I wouldn't use it for stickers at all. I bought that, printed off in the right size, and I just was cutting out by hand the little QR codes, and then I was going through and just sticking them over every QR code to make sure that they worked once I updated that in Canva. If you haven't seen my thank you cards for 2025. At the beginning of the year, I ordered new ones because my old ones were still the very first logo, which is fine, but that's a whole nother video on why I purchased a logo, all of that stuff, and then I changed it 8 times last year. But it still had that old logo on it. It still had all the old wording on it. So once the end of the year came, at first I was like, what can I do with these again? What can I recycle with them? And I only had about 25 left, and I was trying really hard not to be wasteful, but I ended up just shredding them and putting them away because nothing on there was accurate anymore, and I couldn't actually use any of it. They were on thick cardstock, so I can't I can't repurpose them. So I shredded those 25 and just put them in the recycling bin and was upset at myself for a while. But for this year, I decided once a year I'm going to order, thank you cards and just kind of update what the thank you card looks like, just so I'm not overwhelmed, and also so that I don't waste ordering cards like super often. But I just wanted to do one design. So this was prior to me taking my new product photos the way that they are. I didn't have any of those items yet. I just made like a little collage that has my logo updated in the corner. It has a few little, quotes and sayings on it that are nice, a couple pictures of different products that are on there, and me in the process of making those products. And then on the back is my thank you letter, the QR code, and a thank you code for shopping with me. I think they turned out really great. One of the best things that I did this year to save a little bit of money on these two was that I actually bought, these are postcards. They are not the normal thank you cards, and it saved me about $30 compared to the normal ones. Still got them from Vistaprint, got rounded corners and everything, and it was still cheaper than just buying a regular squared cornered thank you card. They are just the slightest bit smaller, and the coloring, I will say, on these, I think is a little, maybe that's me and that's my fault for the way that I printed it. I think it's a little darker than what it looked like on Canva and when I saved the image. So that's fine though. It's not anything terrible. I don't think actually I had these colors edited the way that I edited my other ones, so they may just look darker because they are. But that's okay. It's not anything. I kind of enjoy it. I think it's cute. It's not my favorite, but it works, and I have them for the year. I like this kind of like layout of the pictures more. It's a little more personable. I'm trying to make sure that my brand and me and who I am is really showing through this year and just kind of continuing to get built up. I want to be a small business that you can truly see the message and why I started it and where I'm going with it, like in my products, what I make, and things like that. So yeah, today is going to be just a little bit of a reset day. Like I said before, I cleaned my office. I went through and I stuck all the stickers on the thank you notes. I have a bunch of like random papers and stuff that I've written all over. There's like 18 of them here that have been like lists of stuff or things that I had to do. And so I'm going to go through that really quick and make one concise list if there's anything I need to keep in my little journal here, which this journal is this one is like my small business journal. I bought this last year sometime from like TJ Maxx, and it is so cute. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love just the way that this is illustrated. I think it's adorable. So this is my small business notebook, and so I write a little bit of everything in here. I'm writing like products that I have or any ideas, any sort of video ideas, my market schedules, all of that in here. So I'm going to translate a lot of that over so that I can have everything in one again, and this can go back to just being my notepad for jotting things down or making lists quickly. I have not done anything in terms of creating product, and the main reason has been because I have been absolutely drained trying to figure out what is wrong with my sewing machine or what is going wrong. I have a stack of things prepped back here, and I'm going to continue playing around with it today because I've been so ready to continue sewing, been loving it. I was doing so good for a while, and then all of a sudden, right before the market, it started acting up, and it was getting caught in all of my fabric. And so I'll look this up. I've been trying to sew this sleeve forever, particularly. So this is a Beauty and the Beast book sleeve, and I am obsessed with it. I think it's such a cute fabric. But I'm making them all the same way now that I have discovered a way that makes it a little bit easier, and now that I like the process that I have going. And so I'm trying to learn how to almost bulk create, or just organize the way that, not bulk create because I don't want too many, but like organize the way that I do things. So I cut like all the fabric together at the same time instead of finishing one full project and then going to the next. So I cut all of the fabric and I have everything clipped together. This one was one that I was just almost done with anyway, so I was going to finish it off and then continue with the others. But it will not. Every time I put this in my sewing machine, it immediately gets stuck. I get like 2 notches in or something, or 2 stitches in, and then all of a sudden my machine starts beeping at me. It does the like jammed alert, even though there could be nothing jammed, or there is something jammed, and it like balls up all the yarn or all the thread, me and yarn and the sewing machine. It balls up all the thread and just like leaves it in the bottom, and it keeps getting caught every 3 seconds. So I was just on the internet just trying to troubleshoot what was going on and figure out what is happening so that I can get this fixed, because I would really like to finish all of these book sleeves. I have another sewing idea that I found. I've been looking for the perfect kind of bag to make, and I'm really excited to show you guys those when I can make it, because it's exactly what I wanted and what I was looking for. I didn't want to make a makeup bag particularly, but I wanted something that could be used for whatever you would like. So I'm really excited about those, but I have to be able to sew to test out and see, how to make it and get comfortable with it. But I want to have a lot of hand sewn items because my market this weekend is of course on the 10th. The 11th is Mother's Day. And so I want to make sure that I have a lot of giftable items. I know stickers and things are really good and they're giftable, but the bigger items I know for Mother's Day, like a book sleeve or a little bag or maybe a couple of bookmarks or something like that, is just I just feel like they're great gifts. So I want to be able to provide those to people. So I was a little frustrated, and I just kept kind of stopping. And when I get to a point of being so frustrated at something, sometimes I can't pivot task. I just need to take a step back altogether. It's been emotionally draining because I've been getting so frustrated that I haven't really done much else. But I did have a very good week. I filmed little bits, like I said, and I'm probably not going to put all those in here because it was just me like talking in weird spurts like here and there. I didn't do anything that I said I was going to do or show in the video. I'm still weird about like walking in public if there's too many people in a store and I'm trying to like vlog something. I get so anxious. So I went to Goodwill, a couple of Goodwills on Friday, because I was trying to find a shelf. I have an idea in my head that I have like drawn out in the most messy way on paper for me for a display for my magnetic bookmarks moving forward. Because like I said, I want the magnetic bookmarks in, and then I am also going to start doing some of the acrylic bookmarks, and then I'm going to phase out the regular double-sided bookmarks because they are just not fun for me to make. I do not enjoy them. If you hear crying in the background, yep, that's childhood. That's childhood. I'm not apologizing for him. But he just woke up from a nap, so he's probably a little finicky. He's probably going to come to the door in a second. What was I talking about? Oh, acrylic bookmarks. I'm going to introduce the acrylic bookmarks, and I'm going to take out the regular bookmarks because they're just not fun to make. And I am going to continue just doing magnetic and acrylic only because I just enjoy those better. They're better. And maybe bring some other items in later on down the line. I have too many ideas. Today is just kind of a reset. It's just me trying to get my sewing machine to work and everything else. And then I am going to be updating and doing admin work. I really need to update some more listings. I have so many listings just sitting in the edited, like, keep them to the side folder. I don't even know. Why can't I speak today? What is that called? They're just the unpublished listings on my Etsy shop, and I need to actually publish them. And it was just because I needed to fix like some tags and things like that. And so I'm going to go through and do that today so that I can have everything up there and listed when this video comes out tomorrow. And also so that there's some things listed for Mother's Day. And then I also got an order in today, but I'm going to pack that tomorrow just so that I can pack it tomorrow and get it into the mail tomorrow as soon as the mailman comes. That works better for my brain that way. And I'm just doing some planning and just doing some work on trying to figure out a schedule for myself. And I've already figured out a schedule in terms of the days, but I need to break it down as to what I'm going to do on each day. I'm the type of person that I see a full list and it's so overwhelming. I want to make sure that I'm not overwhelmed. So I'm just going to have you guys propped up a little bit while I do some computer work and while I continue looking up what is wrong with my sewing machine so I can get this fixed. And then hopefully a little later today we'll be able to sew and I can finish up the book sleeves that I have here in front of me that are already all clipped and pinned and ready to be sewn. And then once those are done, I can start experimenting and trying out the new pattern for the bag that I want to make. And I hope I can show you all of this in the end of this video and have everything together, but if not, that's fine. Tomorrow's Monday. It's the start of, I am filming through the whole week to do a studio vlog for Friday's video. And then I need to plan as well when I am doing an official launch online for all of my sewn products and other products that are coming into the shop. Yeah, I think we're just going to do the end of the month because I have 2 markets back-to-back weekends. So I want to make sure that I have enough inventory for those markets and that I feel really good about them. And then I think maybe the week after that, we'll just jump right in and do a launch of all of these new products. So let's shoot for the 23rd, and if not, it will be the 30th because I want to do it on a Friday. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I end up choosing, and I'll let you guys know for sure by the next video that's coming out on Friday what the official date and everything else will be. I have my Celsius here. I love Celsius. If you don't like Celsius, I'm so sorry, but I absolutely adore it, mostly because there's no sugar in these, and I am always looking for things that don't have sugar. Also, Celsius is the only like energy drink I've ever had that doesn't give me the down. Like at the end of drinking it, I don't feel like I'm going to pass out or I am just drained of energy. Most things do the opposite for me with my ADHD. Like I can drink caffeine and an energy drink and they make me tired most of the time, which is why I don't drink coffee and I don't have caffeine. I just drink water and I put like the sugar-free drink packets in it, and I drink the same thing every day. I literally don't drink anything else because it just, everything always bothers me, and I do the opposite. But Celsius, for some reason, don't understand, don't know what it does, but it works great for me. It does not make me tired afterwards. It does not give me like a caffeine rush or a boost, and it just makes me stay awake, but it's not like crazy, and I love it. But this flavor, the sparkling sherbet slush edition, the retro vibes, has been my go-to. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm rambling, I'm gonna prop you guys up wherever. I'll talk to you guys throughout this video a little bit, but we're just gonna go ahead and get started, and hopefully I can get quite a bit of things done today that I want. And yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. So I've been sitting here and I am uploading Etsy listings. I kind of created myself a little list after I just got rid of all of the papers and things that needed to be done. So the first thing I'm doing is just updating all of these Etsy listings. I want everything to be up on the site. I procrastinate with these because they take a while for me to get through, but I'm going to sit here and just go through everything that I already have photos of so that way I can get it all done and updated as much as possible. And then after that, I think I am going to take out, I might not do it now because it's getting a little dark, so it's probably going to be tomorrow morning, but after I do these Etsy listings and everything else, I'm going to troubleshoot my sewing machine a little bit, and then I'm going to start creating some products. So I'm just going to sit here and finish. Right now I have quite a few sitting here in drafts, and I want to just make sure I get through all the rest of them, double checking them, making sure that they have the right tags on them and everything to be optimized for Mother's Day and just, you know, everything coming up in the next few months. So yeah, let me just finish this out. We're going to get this all situated, and then I will check back in when we are troubleshooting my sewing machine if I can't figure it out, because I have gotten some amazing advice from so many of you on my sewing video and just in general. So I may need your help to assist in how this works, but let me just get back to this and then I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright everyone, so I have finished almost all of the bookmarks now to get those listings up. It's been a few hours, it's much later, but I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to finish those listings on, and then I am going to go ahead and publish those to my Etsy. So those are all going to be published by the time you see this, which I'm very excited about. But while I was doing it, I decided to show you all how I upload my listings and how I edit those, because I know that it is a tasking project. It is quite a bit, but it goes through pretty quickly when I get into a groove. I just get very overwhelmed thinking about the fact that I have to list all these items, and it takes a little bit of time. But with kind of this new system and things that I'm working on to really help myself throughout the week be able to create as much as possible without getting burnt out on any task or overwhelmed, sitting down and having a day that's just kind of admin work where I'm really just uploading everything I want to upload, getting everything organized, is what works perfectly. So I am going to add up here a screenshot or video recording of me editing a listing in real time while you guys are watching. So you guys can see right here, I am on my listing screen and I'm in my draft folder, and right now the only ones that are listed in the drafts are all of the regular bookmarks, because like I said, I hesitated to kind of put those together. But from the listing page, I'm going to go ahead and click add a listing, and that should open up the first part here, which says what kind of item is it, categories, everything else. Now, I already have bookmarks and stickers selected as categories because I only have bookmarks and stickers listed right now. So let me click on bookmarks and click continue, and then it'll say tell us about our listing. So this next part is what kind of item is it. So I'm selling physical items, who made it, I did. What is it? It is a finished product. and when was it made, and I select made to order for everything because they are, even if they're already pre-made, they're made to order. And then under here is the how does your shop produce this item. So made from scratch, assembled from purchased parts, an item that my shop alters, a curated set of purchased good, it's a natural material, you know, those things. And there's a description underneath if you're confused as to which one fits best. But for me, I select it's made from scratch because it is. Then what tools are used to make this item. I love that this is on here and hate it at the same time. Like an AI generator, but you know, you don't know if people are going to be honest about this. And honestly, Etsy is handmade, so there shouldn't be anything from an AI generator on here. Just my personal opinion. So it says a handheld or hand-guided tools, computerized tools, or machines. That's what I select because I am using a printer, I'm using, you know, a guillotine cutter, I'm using scissors, I'm using different papers, I'm using a Cricut for a lot of things. So I just check off handheld and computerized tools and machines for both. And then if you have any production partners or things like that, you have to list them for it. I do not have anybody, it's just me. So I'll go ahead and click continue. And then from here is where you see the new listing page. And as you're scrolling through, it seems like a lot and like there is so much going on, but I promise you it's really not as terrible as it looks. I have everything saved so that I can just very easily copy and paste everything that I want into my listings. I save my descriptions for each category. I saved a basic kind of title template of how I want things to be laid out, and then I adjust and add as I'm going for each item. I also have saved down below my tags and also the materials that I use for each item in a list. And I've also saved the shipping like weight and size for each item that I have, and it's all in like the notes app of my phone so that I can very quickly reference that. So I actually need to pull that up and move this out of the way because it is my notes app, but I don't need all of you guys to see everything that's in my notes app. I have kind of a lot in here. So let me scroll back up to the top. Before I list anything, I go ahead and I add in my photos and my videos. So I have all of these saved for myself in a folder, and I go through and I have them separated. So as you can see, all of my edited photos, everything that I haven't edited is all in here. What did I just do? That one. So I will select, and I try to fill up as many as possible for each item, and I'll show you once they get through. Oh, did that not upload? It did not. I'm assuming I wasn't pressing down, so let me upload there. Okay. And then I have promo photos. Oh, I didn't mean to go back there. That I also created, and I'll show you what those are in a second. And then I have videos that I have saved for each item as well. And I think, I want to say this is it. If it's not, I will see. But, so, let me pull up. This should be the I'm reading, please go away. So for my title, I'm just going to go ahead, and if it has writing on it, I tend to just type in exactly what it says on the bookmark, just because it's easier. Please go, no, I want it to be capitalized. Away. And then at the end, like I said, I made a template of things that I tend to put on every single one. So I will just paste there, and if I decide I want to read any or add anything else to it, I will go in and I will add in any additional keywords or things like that to fill up to the 140. If I don't feel like it's necessary, that's fine. For these bookmarks, to be totally honest, I want them to just kind of clear out so that I have room for other listings and other items, so I'm not going to put those there. I also wrote a standard description for each item that I carry in my shop and edited that so that I can copy and paste that into the descriptions because it can take a lot of time. For my price right now, I have this listed at $3, and as you can see, every time you do that, it will tell you how much you are going to get back in estimated earnings from Etsy, so any fees that they're going to take, and if you can take out any of your costs to make the product. For me, it is extremely inexpensive to make these bookmarks. They're just not fun for me, so I don't want to make them anymore. So $3 is just kind of my I would like to just kind of get them out of the door type thing. And I am putting accurate quantities on my bookmarks just because I don't want to continue with those, but magnetic bookmarks and also my stickers. Magnetic bookmarks and stickers have a higher quantity allowance because I can make those and I enjoy making those kind of at any time, and I'm fine if somebody orders a few more than what I have made because I can just make them. So we'll update our SKU. If you have any variations, you can update variations, and I'll go into another listing and show you what the variations look like in a little bit, but I don't have any variations for this, so that's it. Then you can choose if you want it to be like a primary color or a secondary color for people to search. If you have it for a specific occasion, then fill out the occasion or the holiday. But if this is something that can be used for anything, or you just want people to be able to see these at all times, I would not recommend putting in an occasion or a holiday because it kind of keeps the listing it keeps it more behind the scenes specifically for that holiday, so it won't really get pushed until it's that holiday. Then tags and title, I will go ahead and add those in. And I change my tags often. This is just me right now going through, and I made a general one, but I want to make sure that they are updated often. Then I go to my shipping profiles and I have a few different ones, so small items for bookmarks, because I need to get other envelopes that fit my bookmarks. They're a little too big for the envelopes that I got by like the slightest bit, so I need to go in and change those. And then, like I said, I've saved my item weight. I went through and I measured one item because they're all the same and just saw what it was like when they're like packaged, about what it is. I went over the length just because it's better to be over than under, and it makes you enter that in. I wish it didn't, but oh well. I have a no returns or exchanges policy. My policies are on my actual page, and I'll show you that in a moment here too, but they are on my main page, and they say that if you just contact me, that everything's on a case-by-case basis, but I just don't do returns or exchanges. They're paper products. It's just a little harder to track. And then for bookmarks specifically, I'm having all of the listings be manual so that I can take a look at what's left and see if there's anything that I want to adjust when they're up. Listings normally last about 4 months before they get renewed. And as you can see, this listing will renew once it expires at 20 cents a listing. It's not a crazy expensive thing. I always hear people talk about how expensive it is for Etsy listings, and I honestly don't find it to be that expensive. So let me give it a second. There we go. Yep, I definitely put this in the wrong way. I have a specific way that I like this to be listed. I like the book to be first, then the picture, and I wanted to make sure that the video was what I want it to be. So we'll hit preview here, and as you can see, it's $3. It'll say I'm reading, please go away bookmark. It's double-sided, laminated, reader gift, bookish, book lover, cute bookmarks. And then it has my description about the item as well. And if you go through, I have my photo, and then I have the videos that I created, and I created one for every single bookmark. I only made one general video for stickers because it was just me showing how well they stick onto my water bottle and how you can wash them. And then just a couple of photos that I took, a grouping of other bookmarks for them to take a look at. And then these are the 2 promo pages that I made, so follow along with me on social media and see everything else that I have. And then my free shipping on all US orders of $50 or more, and then 20% off when you sign up for my mailing list. I'm going to go ahead and save the draft again. So now that's in here. And I was telling you about one with a variation, so let me show you that listing. And I'm going to click preview here. So this is the like keepsake bookmark where you can fill it out, and mine are laminated, so you'll have to fill it out with like a permanent marker or something like that to keep it. But this comes in 3 colors, and so my video shows all 3 of them in different colors. I have the pink first because most people gravitate towards the pink, and then I also have the pictures for each individual color on here so people can see which one they are, the same grouping picture at the end, and then my 2 promo photos as well. And so here it says color choice, and when you have the drop down it'll say blue, and I linked the photos to it, so it should automatically change it. And that's actually here in the bottom. If you go to the variations, I can put the quantities that's in here. I can link a certain picture to it, and then I put that they're visible or not, so that I know I have 8 in total, but then I have the quantities listed for each color that I have. That's how I update listings. How I get through pretty quickly is just by making sure that I do all of my photos first, and after I've done all of my photos, I will then make sure that I have edited all of them. And I do everything in one go, because if I'm doing each one individually, I will never get it done. So I do my listing photos first on one day, get those all done. I try to edit them all either the same day or the day after, just depending on what day I'm doing. And then once I have all of those done, I will normally go and set up, especially if it's a new product, I will copy what I have for my Etsy listings into a new tab on my notes app. And then I will go through and I will add a description. I'll write a description up for it, any additional details I want. I will make like a title template. I do kind of the same thing for every single listing that I have. I will write tags for it, materials, and then I will write down the shipping information that I need to fill out the listings. And once I have all of that filled out, then I will sit down normally in one day and try to upload as many things as possible. So that is why it can be a little overwhelming for me, only because I choose to do everything in one day. If I break it up and do like 5 or 6 listings here and there, it could work, but for me personally, just sitting down, watching YouTube videos and knocking out every single listing that I need to get done works best. So let me go ahead and get back to finishing these last few listings. And then once I'm done with that, I will come back in and check in with you all on what we're doing next. So it's a couple hours later now. I paused, I went and ate some dinner, I went and said goodnight to my son, and I came back in and then officially hit publish on all of those bookmark listings, so they are now up. So I decided to give you just a little walkthrough of my Etsy shop, because I have not done that in a while, just to show you what everything is looking like right now. This is my Etsy shop. I updated and created a new banner, and I really like the way that this one looks. I feel like I am finally getting a hold on my branding to where I really feel like it feels like me. The first couple of logos and things like that just felt like I was trying to be something or appeal to other people more than I was to what I actually wanted. And so I'm really glad I've kind of found what I like in my branding and my look and my style. So it's just, it feels like it's all going in a great direction right now. So this is my Etsy shop, the banner at the top. I don't have much listed on here besides a QR code, which actually, now that I think about it, I might need to change this QR code. I think I do, so I'll have to go in and change that, because I believe this is the old QR code, not the one that I just updated on everything. So, reminder to myself to update QR code. And that's the only thing that has a QR code on it directly, so I will upload that today. And then as I scroll down, you'll see we have ashnicholeco, my crafting joy, and mental health acceptance is there. And then I just uploaded, or updated, not uploaded, updated my announcement today. My announcement is where I put all of my FAQs at, and I have some FAQs at the bottom that are answered, but I find it best to put everything in the top. That way there's absolutely no confusion. So I have a few different things that I put in. I looked through so many different Etsy profiles and things like that to see what people had listed as their FAQs and what they had listed as frequently asked questions. And also I just was kind of paying attention to a lot of the comment sections of my favorite creators and small business owners to see kind of what questions they get, and anything of that sort to decide what I was going to type up here. So I have like, can I combine multiple orders? Do I ship internationally? Can I request a custom? How do I care for tufted and crochet items? How long does shipping take? Can I return or exchange an item? Are there any delays I should know about? And then how to stay connected as well. And just kind of a thank you, happy shopping part here. I'm now up to 75 listings, which is really exciting because once I get my punch needle items up there, I know I will hit 100, and that was my goal for this year, is to have at least 100 listings up on my shop. I know I will have a lot more as I continue to just add and remove like stickers and things like that, but I just kind of want to get up to that 100 mark. It just takes forever to do a listing, but I'm up to that 100 mark. I have a couple of featured items up here. I think I might take away one of these featured items or so that I can put like a bookmark up here or something. But as you scroll down, you'll just see this is where all of the products are listed at, and I love how cohesive everything looks, and I just think they look so nice together, and it makes me very happy. And then I also have everything separated into, sorry, I went too far, everything separated into categories. So I just have bookmarks on here, the regular bookmarks, and then I have magnetic bookmarks in a section here, and then I have stickers in a section here. And like I said before, for all of my listings, there are a few things on here. So they each have a couple of different pictures. So sorry if I'm overstimulated right now, one of my favorite stickers. And then I did a video for the stickers, and like I said, it's the same video for every single sticker. I did not change it at all because I really wanted people to know that this is the water bottle that I use on a daily basis. I have not switched out the stickers in a while, so I took one of them off because it was looking a little dingy, and replaced it with another sticker, and then just recorded myself watching it with my Scrub Daddy, which should really show the quality because I wash it all the time with the Scrub Daddy, and my stickers do not come off. They have been lovely on here. I am absolutely obsessed with my sticker paper. I use the HTV Ront sticker paper, the vinyl sticker paper. I have mentioned it so many times, and it is always linked in the description below if you want to see what I use. Hopefully at some point I can make some sort of page where I have all of my links. I don't know if I'm going to do like an Amazon storefront or anything if I get up there that up to a certain level where they're allowing me to, but I think I'm going to find some sort of page to link all of my products on. Not exactly sure what to do yet, but still figuring that out. So for right now, anytime you have any questions about anything that I use, all of the links will be down in the description, or you can always either send me a message or comment down below, and I will gladly share the link with you. I am not a gatekeeper here. So I have a sticker video on this one, and then I have a couple of images. Taking a second for it to load tonight, but yeah, so I have that image there that I took, and then I took a group image of some similar stickers or ones that were kind of giving the same vibe off, so that hopefully it made people click through and go, oh, you know what, I'm overstimulated, I told my therapist about you, like the depressed and stressed but making progress, I need those, and then they'll click off and go to other listings. And then of course, like I said before, every single one of my listings has my two like promo pages, as I'm calling them. So it's the there's more where that came from, and a little, call to action, follow me on all platforms, things of that nature. Then the next one is just about shipping and discounts that you can get as well. And I edited and made all of these in Canva, so I love that. It's great. All of my reviews, I have 9 reviews. If you guys purchase anything from me, make sure you leave a review to anybody. If you purchase from any small business, please leave a review if you can, because it is so helpful to just have those reviews. I also put a little disclaimer in now on all of my descriptions that say that all of my products are lovingly handmade in a smoke-free, pet-friendly home. I do have pets that are roaming the house, and they're free to walk wherever they want, but I don't have surface pets. My pets are not allowed up on tabletops or countertops or anything of that nature. It's not for me. My cats are in the house. My dogs are in the house. They're walking in every room. They're allowed in every room. So, every once in a while, a hair or something ends up on my table, and I don't know how it got there, but I'm constantly wiping down my table with disinfectant, and I always check all of my products or like lint roll if I see something on there, so just so you guys know. pet-friendly home as well. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware, just in case of allergies or something like that. And then the shipping and return policies, the cost to ship, and I will show you guys also, I'll probably do that in a second, how I ship for so cheap for my smaller products, and then my reviews and things, purchase protection, and more from the shop underneath. So I'm really happy with the way that this looks. I think it is so nice. It makes me so excited. But let me stop this recording here, and then let me click over to another recording in a moment to show you all how I have my shipping set up so that I can ship so cheap on Etsy, because I know that is such a struggle for everyone right now to be able to ship their items without them costing $5 a piece for just a sticker. I realize I can't show you. So when I go through to the shipping manager and I create a profile, there's a way that you have to list it. And for letters, it's the dimensions of like 6x4 or whatever your letter is. But for the, it's not the width, it's for the height of the letter. You have to put it a specific way. So the item weight is going to be 1 ounce. Just put it at 1 ounce so that way you're good. Most like smaller packages are not over an ounce in size. If they are, that's fine, but just make sure you weigh them. But for letters specifically, it is 6 inches in length by 4 inches in width, because that is the size of my letters that I have. And then it is 0.25 inches in width. And when you do 0.25, it changes the distinction for how much it costs to ship, and it makes the shipping like 65 cents. I charge $1 for shipping. It is a little bit of an upcharge just because $1 is flat and even, and people like $1. So that's kind of how I leave it as, but it ends up being 65 cents for postage for me. And so I'm trying to make things as affordable as possible for people to ship out. Then for small packages, things that are a little bit larger than that, or the rigid mailers, I'm actually going to go through and edit that right now so I can get the correct weight and height and thickness together for that as well, and then have some postage put on there. Hopefully I can get it down just a little bit, but if not, it'll be about $5 for a rigid mailer, and then the bubble mailers are normally about $5 too, just depending on the weight. If they weigh a lot, which they normally don't because I don't have any products that weigh like a large amount, but if they weigh a lot or they weigh a little bit, then of course the postage goes up. But like I said before, put in for your letter mail 6x4 by 0.25 inches, and then just make it 1 ounce, and you'll see that be like 65 cents for shipping. And that also makes it tracked, which is why I was going through and looking at it just now, and I was like, oh, I can delete the whole upgrade to tracked shipping that I had on there before, because this allows you to have tracked shipping. So there's not anything that I'm sending that's untracked, which is lovely and amazing, and it helps me keep track of everything. And then there's just a paper trail always for me to follow, and if somebody doesn't get something, then I can follow up with them. But of course, once it's out of my hands, it is in the hands of the Postal Service, so I can't really control if anything gets lost or if there's any delays or anything of that sort. But I like that I have that extra coverage for myself, just in case. I decided that because tonight I was going to mess around with my sewing machine, I was going to try to do just a little bit of something else. I don't know, sewing, fixing something, but I do not want to be frustrated for the rest of the night if I can't get it correct. I am going to edit this video so that it can go up tomorrow, and then tomorrow is going to be the day that I really play around with my sewing machine, and hopefully I can get it working again and get some things sewn. But for tonight, I have a punch needle board that I want to finish, and I also want to crochet a bit. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate you coming with me on this kind of more relaxed Sunday where I am really focusing on just planning out my days, and I have created for myself a new kind of ADHD friendly schedule to work on, and I'm going to test it out for the next couple of weeks, especially while I have markets, and then I will make a video about it if I like how it turns out or any tweaks that I had a little bit later on. But make sure you check out my Etsy so you can see all of the new bookmark listings that are on there and any other listings that keep going up, or make sure you at least follow the shop so that you can see when I upload or add any new listings to it, because I will be adding a lot in the future. And I am so excited for the next couple of markets that we have coming up, up, and I just think it's going to be a great market season. And I'm also going to be building a new display item that I'm really excited about. I had a whole idea in my head, and so I'm ready for that. But thank you guys again so much. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see every time I upload. I upload videos weekly. I am trying to stick to a Monday and Friday upload schedule with the every once in a while, maybe third video on like a Wednesday, but you know, stuff happens and we are kind to ourselves and we do not take things too seriously around here. So make sure that you guys remember to stay kind to yourself and keep on crafting. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!